Boom, welcome back to the Stomping Grounds. I'm doing a video, my friend Maddie did one as well, for Phorm, which is a Andy Frisella company, his supplement company. It's basically entitled the Phorm Athlete Surge. And from what I'm seeing, Maddie from Driven as Fuck Recovery, he titled his video, What I Am About and What Drives Him, and maybe what he came from a little bit. So let me tell my story again, really just sum it up quickly, because my story is no more special than any piece of shit story, right? I did drugs. I took my parents for granted. I took advantage of them. I didn't do good in high school. I was the class clown. I wanted to fit in with everybody. I was a lazy bitch. I didn't know what hard work meant. I didn't even like doing homework. I graduated high school with a 1.6 GPA. Now, I was a pretty good wrestler and I did track and field from 5th grade to freshman year in high school. But guess what? I never fucking showed up to practice. So that went out the fucking window. When people that were maybe not as talented as me, but were working their asses off, they went to practice and they showed me up. My whole life, I was disappointed in myself. I was depressed. I was very emotional, trying to figure myself out. I played the victim for a long time. I was doing drugs from 16 years old to 25 years old, trying to fit in with the crowd. And you know what? I was just a piece of shit and just someone that I never want to be again. That's the best way to sum it up, right? For any drug addict out there, there's a couple messages that you can receive in this world. There's one message where it's okay, you can try again, and you're not a bad person, you just went down a bad path. And then there's the real message of, dude, you are a piece of shit because of the choices that you've made. And that was the message I needed. That was the kick in the ass that I needed. Too many addicts that claim they're in recovery are still doing piece of shit things, are still being lazy, are still looking for handouts. That is something I can never be again. I came from that. So why would I ever want to go back to that? Why would I want to claim that I'm in recovery from drug addiction, but still be doing piece of shit, pussy bitch things? To me, it doesn't make sense. I can never do that. I always had this ambition inside of me, but I just didn't know where to channel it. 25 years old, I get clean from drugs and alcohol. I go to rehab for the first time in my life. And I decide that I'm gonna do everything that I've never done before in my life. I wanted to be someone that was driven. I wanted to be someone that put the fucking work in. My parents and my dad's brother, people told me my whole life, you're not gonna get anywhere without putting real fucking work in, but I never believed it. I always thought that there was gonna be a way that I could take a shortcut to success and just somehow beat the rest of the competition. Obviously, that never worked out. I just kept doing drugs, going to jail, being homeless, getting arrested, getting in fights, taking money from my parents, and just being a piece of fucking shit. And if you're a drug addict and active addiction, I hope you get help. But once you get help, stop being a piece of shit. Stop being a lazy fuck. Stop being a bitch. Stop trying to make it look like you're succeeding when really you're just cheating. That's what I'm about. That's what drives me. What drives me is the fact that I already have a notch down on the totem pole. I started late. I was doing drugs from 16, 15 to 25 years old. I started my new life in recovery with nothing to my name. Yeah, I have some fucking catching up to do. I busted my ass for the past 3 years, still busting my ass. I work in finance. When I wasn't working in finance, before that, I was doing little shitty jobs at staffing agencies, walking to the bus, didn't have a license or a car for 18 months, saved up my own fucking money to buy that shit. Now I rent an apartment with a friend. This is the beginning steps, right? There's a lot of people that have the same shit that I have, but I guarantee you, they didn't get it how I fucking got it, which is all by my fucking self. I fucking guarantee you. Talking about similar timelines as far as people that are doing the same thing, there's a fuckload of people that have way more than me, that put in way more work than me. But at the end of the day, I know that I am above average because of the work that I put in. I'm not lying to my viewers. I'm not lying to the people. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm really not. I'm driven because I never want to go back to being that little piece of shit spoiled brat that I came from being. I would rather lose it all and have to start over from fucking nothing again than get this shit a weird way, or by cheating, or by lying, or by pretending like I'm somebody I'm fucking not. I became really close with a lot of good people in my life, my roommate, a couple other guys, Greg, Maddie, Doc, a bunch of fucking guys at the rehab that I went to. And a lot of us are fucking crushing it. My life, the best people that I know in my life besides my parents, my brother, the best guys that I know in my life are the people that I surround myself with now, and they all come from addiction. So what does that tell you? Not everybody that is trying to get better is going to get better. Yes, they could stay clean, but it doesn't mean they're trying to change their lifestyle. It doesn't mean they're trying to go hard as fuck. I love guys, David Goggins, Jocko, Andy Frisella, of course, but my favorite was, and still kind of is, David Goggins, because he showed me just how lazy I am. He made me understand that, damn, you're a lazy piece of shit who doesn't want to put the work in and who is afraid of putting the work in. That's what my whole life is about. Putting the work in, even when I don't fucking want to. You think I want to do everything the slow way and take my time and wait years and years and years for that end goal to finally come to fruition? I don't want to fucking do this, but this is the only real way to make it happen and to make sure that it sustains itself. I don't want to be fucking exposed 1, 2, 3 years down the line. Oh wait, he got his shit that way and he was lying about this, and really, what can we believe about him? I don't want that. I don't want people thinking about me that way. When I have a conversation with someone that knows me and they know about what I'm about and they know what drives me, I want them to know when they look at me, oh, that's a real motherfucker. That's a real motherfucker that I can learn from. Started with $0. You know, now I'm financially independent. I'm nowhere near rich, but I'm working towards that. And it's something that's possible. And I got a lot of side projects going on that I'm gonna turn into my life. I'm not gonna work in finance for a corporation forever. This is the type of shit that drives me. Proving to myself every single fucking day that I have what it takes to never, ever go back to being that piece of shit addict that didn't work for shit and wanted everything handed to him.